Yeah, thank you very much, Jason. And I'm glad also about the previous presentation because I did decide to go into an environmental job. So you will see why. Positive Polar is a Delaware-based corporation. We have also subsidiaries in Chile and Cayman Island. And our motto is restore ocean wildlife and the environment while proudly and happily cruising. And we are two founders. The other founder, she's working right now into the specific device that we will use to move forward our first technology. That's why she's not here, but she's perfect for what we are building because she's a biotech expert, and as you can see, has worked in the most prestigious companies in the world related with biotech, and you will see why that is important. Myself, I am a sailor, more than 25 years sailing all around the world. I did grow in Patagonia, and I did fly and sail around the world, but I did mostly specifically operate in Antarctica and Patagonia. That did allow me to see how the weather did change dramatically into those places. And specifically, what motivated me to go into this venture, because it's a really venture when you go you start your own company, is that my child couldn't enjoy the winter as I did. As you see in the pictures, the winter for me were a party. All of the neighbors were together, ice skating in the lagoons. My child couldn't enjoy that in the specific town that I did grow, that is Punta Arenas in Chile. The winters were only rain, and the only place to go ice skating was the mall. So, and they had to spend most of his time inside the house. So that really did. I know I was also flying around and going to Antarctica. I was second in command of the Chilean Navy icebreaker, and I did have to also do a rescue of a cruise ship in the year 2008, the motor vessel Ushuaia, as you're seeing there in Paradise Bay. We put the passengers on board, and that did open my mind to a whole new sector of the industry that I was not aware, and was the cruise industry. And so I started, something started growing to my mind, and I decided to solve a problem. The problem that you know that is that the ships, sadly, are considered right now an icon of pollution. And that is not what I what I would love to be because I'm a sailor and my family has been also sailors, also whalers. They did migrate from Denmark to Chile for whaling, and I don't like to what I love to be considered something that pollute the environment. So what can we do to transform the ships instead of that into an icon of ocean restoration? There is some hope that we can, and there's some science, and there's an opportunity. The cruising companies are doing what is called citizen science, and passengers love that. So that companies are really well. And also, a lot of people want to travel more sustainably. So really, the people want to transform travel shame into travel pride. And we are going to take that opportunity, taking the passengers closer to the whale-inspired technology. And so the solution is to scale technologies through whale inspired, inspiring biomimicking the whales, moving forward with specific technologies. And obviously this is a huge problem, so we have to go by phases. We are in the phase one. We are in the public engagement. We are developing the initial technologies into the lab, and then we will have our own ship. We are also partnering with cruise ships. I was just in Miami on Seatrade, so there's very good science there. The cruise lines wants to work with us, so hopefully we will start having our programs very soon into those cruise lines. And then those same partners will benefit from these initial technologies, and then we will license that to the whole world and create the decisive impact. What are the programs that we apply on board the cruise lines and our own ship? Are specific programs developed for connect the passengers to the nature, to the whales specifically. So there are going to be programs that will be related to how to identify a whale using binoculars. And now you can know even the name because of the tail. The tail are just like the fingerprints. We will also be able to hear with hydrophones the ocean and know also which type of whales are where we are sailing. Then if the ship has this enough space, we can have a lab on board, and with drones we can take samples of the blow, of the snot, and with that we can map if the whales are pregnant or not, if the whales are stressed or not. So it's not only about numbers, it's also how are the whales around. We are also going to engage the passengers with artists that we provide into the cruise line, so the passengers will be able to learn how to paint about the ocean, how to take dramatic pictures, and obviously there's going to be lectures related with what is called ocean restoration to make the passengers understand how they just being there will be positive for the environment. And that is very, very important. So we have several technologies that we will develop to, as I said, transform the ships into ocean restorers. I will go specifically to the first one that is called the whale biomimicry reactor. And what we are going to do there? As I said, we are going to transform the organic waste that is already being dropped into the ocean. As you know, when the ships go offshore 12 nautical miles, every ship, I'm a captain, I have been around for 25 years, every ship drop the organic waste, the food waste, and the human waste, because it cannot be on board, right? So they just macerate the organic waste. There's a specific treatment of the human waste, but it's dropped. So what we are going to do, we are going to take what we can about that waste and transform that waste into artificial whale feces that will biomimic the positive impact of what should be happening with the whale feces, because I will explain you how important is the whale feces for the ocean. And because we catch almost all of the whales, that circulation of nutrients is not happening. So as I said, my partner Jen is already developing the device that will create these engineered nanoparticles. That's why she's not here. That she's using that for human nutrition, specifically for people that has cancer, and we will adapt that technology to ocean nutrition. So we are advancing into that. So the idea is to, as I said, be part of what is called the circular economy, because instead of just dropping this waste into the ocean, we are going to transform it into something positive for the environment. And why the whales? Why we are focusing on the whales? Because the whales feed deep in the sea, very deep in the sea, some specific species as the sperm whale, but the one that was most impactful was the blue whale, and only 5% of the blue whale has recovered. And then when they go into the surface, they release this feces, and that's the base of the food chain. Everything grows in the sea because of that. But because we catch almost all of the whales, that circulation of nutrients that is called whale pump is not happening. The other good thing about this is that 10% of that biomass is supposed to be sink. So we take the CO2 from the atmosphere, and then we'll go back to the mineral cycle, doing exactly the opposite of what you do when you burn oil. So it's a way also of carbon sinking. The project has several phases, as I did explain, and we are in the phase one, and hopefully we have our first approaches with the first university that will help us to know how much percentage of this waste will be used. That's the University of South Florida. And what will be the most efficient way to create these engineered nanoparticles? Or the cruise food waste or the advanced wastewater treatment biosolids that are created for the human waste. So what the idea of this is to make something that will be more powerful that the initial approach that some experiments has been done before. This is not something totally new, just for you to know. This is something that has been done before, and we are just modifying what has been done before to make it better. Because if we biomimic the nature, these nutrients, just like the whale feces, will stay more time in the photic zone, so the phytoplankton bloom will be more efficient. And the possibility of scales are huge, because there is 110,000 ships going around the world. So maybe if only 5% of that waste could be useful, but that 5% could create a huge impact, because we have, as I said, 110,000 ships going around the world. So if just, for example, only 1/3 of the merchant fleet use our device, we have calculated that we will be able to restore the environment following those numbers. So for the phase 2, we have also identified our ship that we want to acquire. We are working on that. We have very good news this week, but I don't want to advance anything because has not been very good before to tell something in advance. But this is the ship that we want. It has to be an ocean restoration embassy. It's not a normal cruise ship. You have to have space for the cargo, for the nutrients, and also for the labs, and also for the passengers to create the waste. So those are the pictures. I was there. The ship is sadly in Dubai, so it's a situation right now. But we expect that situation will be better soon. So yeah, those are other pictures. This is where we are going to sail in what is called the whale highways, always following the whales, always following the summer with our own cruise ships. And the idea is to lead the other cruise lines and create not just a neutral impact or zero. You know, we always talk about net zero in the cruises. We want to create a positive impact. Having our own ship is also something that is not something totally new. There's a lot of companies going there, and we just want to take 2% of that market. And the business model is very clear. So it's an investment that is kind of secure, because the cruise lines have these revenues because of the passengers. And we also will be able to transport cargo to the more isolated communities in the world. So we can also have that benefit. We have worked during 3 years to create our own business development manager network. We are growing our social media, and also we are ready to host groups like you. So if we have our own ship, I hope that you will be able to cruise with us, because I know that you are interested into the environment. There's a possibility of have carbon credits. Obviously, there's a possibility of leasing some space, but the real revenues are expected to be because of the license, as I said, to the other shipping industry. More than $500 million is expected. So we have reached technology readiness level 2 into a wave barometric reactor. We have raised funds, more than $250,000 for this round, and we are growing it into the social media channels. So we are very happy about our progress. And the competitors, as I said, they are doing well, because it's something that is good for the passengers. Lindblad, for example, could be kind of our most close competitor. They are doing citizen science. The Smith Ocean Institute is also doing very well. But Positive Polar is the only one that combines technology development and also with passengers. And the revenues are also going to be kind of standard for a cruise line, but then because of the carbon credits and the licensing is really what could be a unicorn. And hopefully I'm not alone. There's an excellent team behind us, much better than me, I think. and they are very specialized. I'm only the leader and the visionary, and I'm very glad to be with this team of commercial advisors. Matt Saboka, he's really great, and also all of our people that is ready to be on board to establish the programs. So yeah, if you want to support us, there's a crowdfunding campaign with benefits. The investment is in the short term, as I said, something normal for the cruise lines, but in the long term is the special benefit. And in these 2 years, we have built, 3 years, we have built everything to implement the programs on ships, have our own ship, and develop the proof of concept for our whale biomimic reactor. So now we need only people like you. So this is very important, a very important statement, and with this I will finish. While most phytoplankton carbon sequestration solutions must address dumping regulations and the challenge of delivering materials to the right locations, Positive Polar solves an existing waste management problem by using platforms that already are traveling there, biomimicking a natural process and turning passengers into ocean restoration ambassadors through experience. So yeah, in Positive Polar, you can travel as an owner, boosting a positive social movement. You can also have strong financial returns, do well by doing good, but most important of all, you can restore the whales, the ocean wildlife, and the environment because we have the perfect team and the asset to do it. So join us. It's not only an expedition, it's an hour-long wildlife adventure on a mission to help the planet. Thank you very much.